Hello, my Luo people. How are you today? Are you good? Because I'm good. I am very good. And I just want to give a thanks. I want to give a shout out to everybody who has shown an interest in learning about the Luo culture with me. I'm here to walk you through it. Now, of course, I'm not doing it alone. I'm doing my research as well before speaking to you guys. And for any mistake that I make, I do apologize, but I am here. We are going to do this Luo Nation thing. We're going to do it together. Now today I just want to show you guys who are the Luo groups, okay? We are all aware that there are millions and millions of Luo people around the world, right? I mean, especially around East Africa. We technically rule East Africa, but because we are all kind of in different countries, we became a minority in every single country that we are in. But hey, let me tell you something. Let me tell you guys something. The Luo nations, the Luo groups, the Luo people, Luo, they are not a minority in East Africa. They are just split out. But there's millions and millions of us around the world. Now I'm just here today just to tell you guys what are some of the Luo groups. Now I'm not going to go too deep into sub-clan. I'm just going to start by countries. I'm going to focus on the Luo in East Africa. Now I know there are Luo also in West Africa, but I'm just going to focus on the Luos in East Africa for now. Now, within East Africa, the places where the Luos are located are South Sudan, Uganda, Kenya, Tanzania, Ethiopia, and also Congo. But I think Congo is actually Central Africa, but it's still there, right? Now, today I'm just going to start with South Sudan. Who are the Luo groups in South Sudan? In South Sudan, we have the Acholi people. Acholi people. Can you see an Acholi woman talking to you? That is me. That is me. This is Acholi straight from Pajok, South Sudan. Okay? We have the Acholi people. And we also have the Anuak people or the Anua people, depending on how you pronounce it. But I do believe they are called Anuak people. And then from that, then we have the Balanda people, Balanda Bor. Balanda Bor, that's another Luo group in South Sudan. And then we have the Luo. The Luo is spelled L-U-W-O. The Luo people, those are another Luo group located in South Sudan. And then from that we also have the Pari people, Pari or Pari, depending on how you pronounce it. And again, I do apologize if I'm not pronouncing it correctly. And then we have the Shilluk people, which is another Luo group in South Sudan, the Shilluk. And then we have the Turi people or Turi people, depending on how you pronounce it. Again, I do apologize for my accent. Now, those are the list of Luo groups in South Sudan. Acholi, Anuak, Balanda Bor, Luo, Pari, Shilluk, and Turi people. Now, some of you may start asking me, how come I did not list the Dinka people and Nuer people? Well, Dinka and Nuer are actually not part of the Luo groups. The reason why we have certain terms that are quite similar to the Dinka and Nuer people, and that is because the Luo people and the Dinka people are all part of a group called the Nilotic people. We are people of the Nile, people that live by River Nile. We own that. We own that. So we share that with Dinka and Nuer, and as a result, because we were close to each other, some of our words are the same. They say Rech, we say Rech. They say P, we say P, right? Now, at the same time, that did not make them to qualify. I don't know if there's a qualification to be a Luo. They are not regarded as Luos. Now, those are the Luo group in South Sudan. Now in Uganda, we have again Acholi. So there's Acholi in South Sudan, there's Acholi in northern Uganda as well. So we have the Acholi, we have the Alur, we have the Jonam, and we have the Padola people as well. Now again, those are the Luo groups in Uganda: Acholi, Alur, Jonam, and Padola. Now some of you may ask, how come there's no Lango? This was the biggest shock for me. The Lango group are actually not part of the Luo group. Shocking, right? I was very shocked when I found this out, because I understand the Lango people. I'm friends with them. I have a friend called Akelo Olive. If you follow her on TikTok, you know I'm always using her sound. I love that Lango woman. Now the reason why the Lango people are not regarded as Luo, because of their origin, where they came from. So the Lango people are somehow part of the Karamojong people, and somehow they're also linked to people of Teso. Now, both Karamojong people and Teso people are not regarded as Luo. Now, the Lango people, because they were living so close to the Luo groups in northern Uganda, their culture somehow started changing. How they speak, their language started changing. They somehow integrated into the Luo community, and their ways of living has changed. Now, even if over the years their ways of living has somehow became like a Luo person or Luo people, they were not listed down as Luo. Now, this makes me sad because I love them. I love Lango people so much. But yes, Lango people, the truth, I have to tell you guys the truth, they are not regarded as Luo. But to me, I consider them Luo, and I love Lango people. So shout out to my Lango people. Thank you for producing good music, because I love good music. I love good music. So yes, so the Luo of in Uganda, just to summarize, are actually Alur, Jonam, and Padola. Now we're going to Kenya, the craziest Luo of all. The Luo of Kenya are crazy, and I love it because I'm a crazy person. I am down for my Kenyan people. Okay. The Luo of Kenya, they originated from Acholi, Alur, and Jopadala. Okay, they are a mixture of Acholi, Alur, and Jopadala. Now, when they went into Kenya, they didn't carry on the name of Acholi, Alur, and Jopadala. They went in as Luo. So they're just regarded as Luo. Now, of course, within that, they have their own clan or sub-clan in between, but their name in Kenya is just Luo. They did not kind of, but their origin is actually Alur and Jopadala. So those are the Luo in Kenya. Now I'm going to go to Tanzania. I don't know if you guys have noticed, but so far, since we started this Luo nations interaction, what I've learned is that the Luo of Tanzania and the Luo of Kenya are the same. They are quite similar. And I didn't understand why until when I went and do my research. Girl gotta do her research. So I did my research, and upon my findings, I found out that the Luo in Tanzania are actually migrated from Kenya to Tanzania. So we know the migration started from South Sudan, right? So the Luo that went to Tanzania were first in Kenya. So they retain how they spell things the same way as the Kenyan Luo. That's why Tanzanian Luo and the Kenyan Luo are very similar. And they are still called Luo as well. Hello. So those are the Luo in Kenya that I love, and they're crazy. They're very crazy. Their origin is actually Alur and Jopadala. And then I'm going to go to Ethiopia people. The calmest, let me tell you something. The calmest, the most calm Luo people are the Luo in Ethiopia. They speak so calmly. They are so peaceful. I have been speaking to them for a little while now. They are so peaceful. Now they are called the Anywa, or you can Anywa or Anwak. So if you pay attention, you'll realize that at the beginning of the video, I said in South Sudan, there's a group also called Anwak. And then this same group is also in Ethiopia. They're very kind. They're so polite. They're not crazy as the Luo in Uganda, South Sudan, and Kenya. They're easygoing people. So those are the Luo in Ethiopia. They're called the Anywa or the Anwak people. They're very kind. I love them. I love the calmness. It's very different from other Luo group. Now, then I'm gonna go touch a little bit on Congo. I'm still doing more research on Congo. So the Luo in Congo, they are actually the Alur group. Now, where is Alur located? At the beginning, I said the Alur people in where? In Uganda. So the Luo that are actually in Congo, they are Alur. They are called Alur. So those are the Luo groups, guys. Those are the Luo groups that we have within East Africa. Those are the Luo groups. In South Sudan, again, Acholi, Anwak, Balanda, Bor, Luo, Pari, Shilu, Thori. In Uganda, we have Acholi, Alur, Jonam, Padola. In Kenya, they are called Joluo, or you can call them Luo, and they are a mixture of Acholi, Alur, and Jopadola. But in Kenya, they just call themselves Luo without the separation. In Ethiopia, we have the Anywa people and the Anwak people. In Congo, we have the Alur people. Ladies and gentlemen, those are the Luo people within East Africa. And I just want to remind all the Luos all over around the world that we are not a minority. Luo people are not a minority in East Africa. The only thing is that we are all in separate countries. That's what makes us a minority. But if we were to team up, if we were to come together, Who? If we are to come together, who can try us? Nobody. So shout out to all my Luo people, and regardless of where you are around the world, never forget who you are. You are a Luo woman, you are a Luo man, and you should be proud of that. You should be proud of who you are. And I mean, we're going to continue learning from one another so that we can unite. And I'm still working hard. I want us to make that international Luo conference come true. We are going to do this, and we're going to do this together. So keep talking to me. Help me. How can we do this? Because if we're going to have an international Luo Nation conference within East Africa, and there's millions of us, how are we going to execute this idea? I can't do it alone, so I will need all the help from all the politicians, from all the billionaires and the millionaires. Talk to me, tell me, let's brainstorm. How are we going to do this, ladies and gentlemen? Once again, thank you very much for following me, and may God bless you. May God bless you wherever you are. Thank you. Bye.